Now, the final recipe I'm making is something called potato eggs. Basically, they're a potato ball. I'm going to pop open to this recipe. So I have 2 pounds of potatoes cooking on the stove right now. There you see them. And I've also got aside 1 tablespoon of butter and an egg yolk, 1 medium onion, finely diced, and I have 2 large cloves of garlic. I have a 1/2 cup of fresh parsley. I've also chopped up some chives here, and of course salt and pepper to taste. And then on the side I will have, not yet because I'm not ready for it, a beaten egg, fat or drippings for frying. I'm going to use coconut oil, and then breadcrumbs. So right now what we're doing is we're going to get those potatoes hot, add the butter and egg yolk to it. So let's get those potatoes hot and we'll come right back. So now it tells me to add the tablespoon of butter, 1 egg yolk, and now we're going to mash this and blend it well. Okay, now that those potatoes are mashed really well, now we are going to add our herbs, and then we're going to add the onions and the garlic, salt, this says to taste, pepper also to taste. And now we're going to blend all of this together. Here it is, all blended together. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let it come down in temperature because I'm going to have to handle it with my hands, and this is flaming hot right now. So it's one of those things you really want to make in advance. Delicious. Just because you have to handle it so much, it is a little meaty of a recipe. I have a prep station going here. I've got my pan in the background to put these in after they've been fried off. My potato mixture, my eggs, a fork to keep it stirred up, and I have a container of breadcrumbs, and I've already rolled the first one, as you can see. I'd say it's about the size of a normal Christmas tree ornament. So I'm going to pop this one in here while I make up the next one. So form it into a ball. We're going to roll it in this egg mixture and into the breadcrumbs. Now, I'm not sure why they call these egg potatoes, except maybe there is a little egg in it. They are not shaped like an egg, but they smell amazing, even at this stage. It would be a neat way to make sure everybody got the same portion if you had a lot of people for dinner, I suppose. Okay, we'll check back in a few minutes. Well, I must say, as good as these smell, it is a rather messy ordeal. And I did learn to keep them kind of loose in the pan, and then you can just sort of roll them over to get the edges. Otherwise, these tend to fall apart a little bit. And the instructions didn't say how much oil to use. It was kind of a sum situation, which normally I'm fine with, but I ended up having to add oil partway through this frying situation. And it also didn't say how much breadcrumbs to use. I would say that I ended up using about a cup. Now I am going to reserve these off to the side, wrap them in foil. Closer to dinner, I'm going to put them in the oven and warm them up. I just have so much going on right now that I couldn't possibly make this dish closer to eating time. Let's take a look at how these are coming out. Well, as they say, that's a wrap on my series of cooking from the 1830s. With recipes from the Old Sturbridge Village Cookbook. I made you some potato eggs, some lovely rolls, and a really nice chicken that we were all stunned came out the way that it did. Who knew to put just a flour dredge and then stuff it in the oven? It came out like fried chicken. And honestly, there was so much food there, we ate that for days. I even canned up some soup starter. So we actually have 8 cans of chicken and broth that will be 8 new meals down the road. If you enjoyed watching Cooking for Real, please like, subscribe, share, because I'm not only cooking for real, I'm cooking for you.